So someone has just resigned. What are you gonna do? Good morning and welcome to In the Car with Clint. Today I want to talk to you about what I do when we have a key staff member, which is anyone, resign. Now, I've talked about this before, but I'm a strong believer that if someone doesn't want to work in the company and they don't want to stay part of the company, that you should encourage them to find alternative employment and help them do so if they so wish. And I talked to all my new staff about it when they start. So I had lunch with a new staff member yesterday. It's his second day, to get a bit of context around why they chose to work with WaterPro or Hectagon, or Railways or Lawn Hub, and then, you know, highlight that they've got access to me if they've got any issues at all to come to me. And then also, if they don't want to work within the business, if they realize it's not for them, then, you know, let me know, because in doing so it helps us to not have holes left in the business that are hard to fill, because we've got a bit of runway on it, because we're trying to help them, you know, find a job, and in the same time we're trying to recruit. And a lot of businesses won't do that, so I can appreciate why they might be reluctant to do it, but that's what we do. But say someone didn't tell you and they've walked in and they've gone, hey, I've just taken an offer to go work for someone else. Here's my 2 weeks. Now for us, I think we've got 2 weeks notice for most of our employees. Usually that's enough. A lot of the times I think 4 weeks is probably used in, you know, higher end corporate C-suite kind of positions. But I think for me, if people are leaving, you know, unless, I don't know, it's hard to say, but I generally find 2 weeks is enough for us. And then if we just have to kind of cover the gap while we're recruiting, then we do. So firstly, I'd talk to the person that's leaving and find out if there's anything that we need to know about why they're leaving. So are they leaving because there's a cultural issue inside the business, or if they were treated in a way that's not appropriate? And then I'd find out if they're, you know, going to a competitor, or find out if they're starting their own business and all that kind of thing. And, you know, I've talked about this on a video previously, but how the person leaves will dictate how we treat them when they're leaving. And so in most cases, people are pretty fair and they do the right thing, and they, you know, obviously they start to mail it in a little bit in the last couple of days, but as long as they're doing the right thing, then we'll always do the right thing. And, you know, in Adelaide especially, Adelaide's such a small place that if a employee takes a dump on you on the way out, then it's not going to serve them very well in their career in South Australia. So find out that information. It's very rare for me to counter offer or negotiate to keep an employee. You find yourself in a situation where you might continuously be negotiating, and you might teach that person behavior that you don't want. In saying that, I'm looking at our employee salaries on a spreadsheet probably quarterly, and just getting an understanding if I think they're at market, below market, or on market. So for someone to come in and offer them more, in my mind, in 90% of the cases, they might be overpaying for talent, or I don't see something that I'm missing. But so we look at that. It's very rare for me to counter, and so I wish them all the best, and immediately put up an advertisement on Seek, depending on the job role. Sometimes I'll go out to my team and ask if anyone's interested in filling the role, or at least applying for the role, and we'll try to recruit and boost from within. But most of the time we'll find that people are happy where they are, and then we put it out on Seek and start interviewing and recruiting. If people are going to leave, they're going to leave. And I know that it can sometimes be quite emotional for a director if they've only got 1 or 2 staff and one of them leaves, and it feels like they're abandoning you, and that they've you know, they're cheating on you, or that they've you know, like, taken everything that you've taught them and thrown in your face. But the reality is, no matter how great, and like, you will have great people working with you and for you, no matter how great they are and how much they care about the business and how much they burn the candle for the business that you make money from, they have a personal responsibility to their own happiness and their own financial position, and whatever it is that factors to them, because it's not always money. And if you look at it, a lot of people, especially nowadays, if they're above the minimum level of income that they require to live a comfortable and happy life, then they're not thinking about that now. They're just thinking about what are things that bring me value, like how, you know, am I going to be working on projects that bring me joy? Is it going to help further my education? Am I going to work a 4-day week? There's businesses out there doing that now. So you got to think it's going to be what matters to them. And I wouldn't suggest you go start to customize offerings to keep individuals, because what you'll start to do is just create a splintered, or fragmented business where everyone's got their own special deals. And the reality is, even, legally now, you can't force staff not to talk about their conditions or their pay in South Australia and Australia. So, what you do for one, you might find that you're going to get asked to do for others. So I hope that's helped. If you've got an employee looking to bounce and you're feeling down about it, I try to look through a lens of, let's find someone that fits the business even better than they did, even if they are great. Find someone with skill sets that are more in line with your goals that we're trying to achieve as a business. A lot of times someone that's leaving has worked there for a year or two, and you hired them with something in mind, and then the business has changed a bit. And so sometimes someone leaving is actually a positive for the business, and it just gives, as much as you don't want them to leave and it's troublesome, going through the process of recruiting a replacement gives you an opportunity to meet someone new, to bring in some new ideas to the business, and also to maybe refine the role. So yeah, anyway, hope that's helped. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.